Hi, I'm Matt Phillip and I'm a partner in the Commercial Disputes and Regulation team at Shepherd & Wedderburn. In this series of videos, we're going to talk about contracts. But how do you get to a contract? Some contracts are simple. You offer to buy at a price that's been fixed, that offer is accepted and the contract's made. However, when you're negotiating a commercial contract, there's often a negotiation phase where each side tries to get to the best deal. So what's the problem? With lots of back and forth, with promises being made to try to secure the sale, questions being asked and answers being given, it can be difficult to know what forms part of the contract and what does not. Many contracts are negotiated and concluded on the basis of understandings, which can turn out to be misunderstandings. So why is this important? It's important for you to understand whether a statement is what we call a pre-contract representation or if it's a term of the contract. If a contractual term is breached, you have the usual remedies for breach of contract, and if you're complaining about a pre-contract representation which turns out to be false, then your rights are much more limited. Here are 3 practical things to think about when negotiating a contract. First, think about why you're entering into the contract. What are the statements or promises that are important to you? What have you been promised that made you think, yes, I'm going to go with this vendor? If they're important, get them into the written contract. Second, include the expression subject to contract in your offers and your counter-offers. This phrase helps to rebut the presumption of contractual intent, and it tries to make it clear that the 2 sides are still in the negotiation phase. This wording can be included on any documents like letters, emails, or term sheets in order to make sure that the parties are clear about their intent from the outset. It's much more common to see this in England and Wales than it is in Scotland, but the effect is much the same. Third, have an entire agreement clause in the contract. An entire agreement clause is intended to prevent the parties to that agreement from trying to rely on pre-contract statements. Its effect is to limit the terms of the agreement to those that are included within the relevant written document. If you do decide to include an entire agreement clause, you should consider whether you want to exclude liability for misrepresentations that were made during the negotiation that might have affected the other party's decision to enter the contract. It's possible to exclude liability for misrepresentations that are innocent or negligent, but to do this, you must include clear wording to this effect. The negotiation phase can be fast-moving and exciting, with lots of things said in the heat of the moment. Hopefully these 3 suggestions can help make sure that you don't get into trouble after the contract is signed. If you'd like to find out more about the contract services we offer at Shepherd & Wedderburn, please get in touch with a member of the Commercial Disputes and Regulation team.